There's a lot of subprimals that are convinced that Liver King is taking steroids. Do you think if I was on steroids, I would have these appendages down here?
Legs?
Do you see how little my legs are? You know, when I was in college, I weighed 175 pounds and I was single digit body fat. And I've gained less than 1 pound a year over 25 years. So this is what I say to people that make this accusation. If you don't believe this is possible, then I suggest that you take that self-limiting belief, you put that in a box and you bury that next to all your embarrassing and don't open your mouth about it. Let that live with you.
Why the fuck you lying?
You take things. My answer has been the same because I've always told the truth. And you can say or think whatever you want, of course. But at the end of the day, this is what my message is really all about. Did you know 50 years ago, we had on average 50% higher testosterone? If you just think about that, we could probably go 50 to 100% higher just by doing the 9 ancestral tenets. Isn't that what most people do with steroids? To increase their testosterone by 50 to 100%?
Why you always lying?
All these ridiculous accusations. People say I take PEDs. People say I have ab implants.
Wait. Can we be honest? Like you definitely take PEDs.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be on for the. I'll be
All right,
honest.
here we go.
I take PEDs.
Yeah?
I prioritize, execute, and dominate every fucking morning. Every morning.
Oh my god. Stop you fucking lying.
Today's video is about this guy that you can see. He goes by the name of Liver King, or the character that he has portrayed is called Liver King. Now I know it's obvious why I'm making this video right now, because he has literally rocked the internet with the scandal about his steroid usage. And yes, I am making this video because it's a good opportunity for me to get more views and reach a wider audience, because this topic is popping right now. So I'm not gonna lie to you, that's one of the reasons I'm making this video. But the other reason that I'm making this video is because this kind of hit personal for me. You see, he's not the first one that is accused of using steroids and then found to be really using steroids or has confessed. In the past, there have been many athletes or influencers that have undergone the same thing that Liver King has gone right now. But there's one in particular that really shook me. When I was a kid, I was handed or gifted the book that Lance Armstrong had written about how he fought cancer, and from the minute I read that book, I was a Lance Armstrong fan. I used to never watch cycling before that. Actually, I never even watched cycling after that. But just the fact that he was able to beat cancer and not only come back and win 1 Tour de France but 7 was absolutely mind-boggling and inspiring for me. He's the reason why I decided to take my personal physical health into my own hands and started training and exercising more. In school, our teacher had asked us to write an essay or an assignment we had on my personal hero, and I wrote an entire essay on Lance Armstrong and why he's my personal hero and how he inspires me to be better, work harder, and no matter the circumstances, strive and achieve my goals. I used to even tell other people to read his books. Like if anyone was going through a hard time or facing some difficulty, I used to tell them read Lance Armstrong's book, or I used to tell them Lance Armstrong's story, because it's just such an inspirational story. And I remember the day that the interview with Oprah dropped, and in the first couple of minutes itself, he has accepted that he uses steroids. That's it. I clicked off the video. I did not need to know anything else. I did not need to know his excuse. I don't care. Like, I had lost all respect and my heart was broken. Now, the fact that he uses steroids did not invalidate that the struggle that he went through cancer was very real. The struggle to win 7 Tour de France with or without steroids is still an absolutely amazing feat. It's because he lied. That's the same thing that's happening again here with Liver King. Now, I'm not a huge Liver King fan as I was of Lance Armstrong, but the last couple of months his videos have been popping up, and I consume a lot of podcasts. So in the bargain, because he was doing a podcast tour, I ended up consuming a lot of Liver King podcasts, and I kind of liked his message because I found it relatable about the ancestral tenets of, just turning off your phone, getting away from technology, just walking outside, getting sunlight, grounding yourself to the ground. These are all things that I personally believe in and that I enjoy. You would have noticed this in my videos as well. Like even recently, I took out my entire home gym and I put it outside. Like I tied my punching bag between 2 trees because I just enjoy working out outside, and inside it just felt kind of cramped. So I just enjoy being outdoors, and I kind of related to his message. Now, I've never eaten raw meat or raw liver, but whatever I did understand, his message overall seemed positive to me. This is the first time that I'm talking about his steroid usage, or it has come on my radar, is because I used to never really care whether he was on steroids or not. Looking at his physique and being in the health profession, as well as being training for so many years, it was pretty obvious that most likely he is on steroids. But the reason it never affected me was because I paid more attention to the other aspects or the other things that he was preaching about, the ancestral tenets and living a more intentional lifestyle. Those are messages that really connected to me, and those are things I wanted to pay attention to. But there is a problem with just paying attention to that and ignoring the fact that he was lying, and not only lying but going on an offense and denying it, so far as calling people that accuse him as subprimal. A direct effect that his message or the way he presented his message would have on people, especially people that are not so familiar with working out or steroid usage, is they would think that just by eating liver or eating raw meats and training like he does, they can build that physique. Now, he may not directly say that you can do this and build my physique or my type of physique, or he may say, but the fact that he's selling supplements and he's preaching all of these ancestral tenets that he follows as ways that he can get healthy and get stronger, while ignoring the fact that he's on steroids, can lead people to believe that this is what you need to do to get his kind of body. Like, I've noticed it in patients that I've treated that have got injured in the gym. They follow all these influencers or these bodybuilders, and they follow their workouts thinking that they'll get a body the way they have if they just do their workouts. What they're not realizing is these people are highly juiced. Steroids is so powerful that a person on steroids but not working out can build more muscle than a person working out without steroids. That's how powerful steroids is. Now, I'm not invalidating the fact that Liver King was working out really hard in order to get the physique that he got, and the fact that he uses the excuse that he did not tell about his steroid use because he thought it would take away from the ancestral tenet message is honestly, in my opinion, just bull. He intentionally left it out so that it can give him monetary gain in terms of selling the lifestyle and selling his brand and selling his products. And the only reason he confessed now is because he was exposed through leak emails. It was not like he wanted to come clean finally and let the world know. So that morning when I woke up and I opened YouTube, and the first video that popped up was Liver King confession, and I watched it, I completely lost respect for Liver King. And that's why the most disgusting thing about Liver King is not that he eats raw meat and raw liver, not even the fact that he uses steroid, but the fact that he lied. If he used steroids and he was clean about it in the start, like he told people he's on steroids, I would have no problem, and probably people would have been able to focus more on his ancestral tenets message rather than focusing and wondering whether he's on steroids. Because besides the fact that he's preaching stuff that I honestly agree with and that I relate to, I also respect him as a human, especially from this one clip.
Liver King, now, do you have to have sex in a certain position because you're so big, and sometimes fat guys have a problem. They have to go into a certain position because I mean you're massive, right? So and also I don't know how well endowed you are, but like, what's the situation with your what position do you have to go in a position? Or are you guys fully flexible? Because you're both very muscular.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Never talk about my wife in this context.
It takes a real man to be able to defend your woman's honor. Like, he could have just laughed off and made it as a joke, and they were just guys joking about it, and he could have laughed it off and just spoken and said something funny and moved on. But he defended her, and like, my respect level went from here to here for him after that. But the minute the confession came out, my respect level went from here to here. Not invalidating any of the hard work or his tenant's message, but just for the fact that I cannot trust him anymore. The minute you break your trust, a relationship is gone. No matter if it's a relationship with your significant other, with your family, with your friends, or even these digital relationships we share online. The minute you break trust, the relationship is gone. Because trust is the most important part of a relationship. For example, he's saying that he's never got ab etching or ab surgery or ab modification surgery. And I did believe him. But now that he lied about the steroid usage, how am I to believe that that is the truth? What if one day he comes up and says, I have got a ab etching or ab surgery And the reason I did not tell is because I did not want to take away from the ancestral tenant message, and that's why I was justified in thinking that that was the right thing to do. I mean, you can't just give excuses and lie. The minute you break trust, that's it in a relationship. So your usage of steroids, your eating raw meat, none of these things are as disgusting as the fact that you lied. And that's the reason why I've lost trust in you and I'm unsubscribing.